Arcane Trickster. Okay. Hands are fine with arcane spells. Sure. Spellcasting now uses the arcane spell list rather than the wizard spell list. There's no school of magic restriction after 3rd level. Rogue can now change one cantrip when gaining a level. Rogue can use an arcane focus. Sure. So, yeah, they finally made it easier to pick your spells, because that's always been a problem for me. Like, I had to look up a list of the spells. Did Fighter have that as well? Oh wait, Fighter never... We never saw Eldritch Knight, right, I remember. So we don't actually know if the same thing happens for Eldritch Knight. Versatile Trickster has been redesigned to allow you to use certain options from your Cunning Strike with your Mage Hand. The ability to give yourself advantage now resides in steady aim. Wait, what? How does... Am I missing something? Arcane Strike. Hold up. What was this? Versatile Trickster. The strike target with your main hands is bonus action. You can designate a creature within 5 feet of the spectral hand created by the spell. Doing so gives you advantage on attack rolls against that creature until the end of your turn. Oh, okay. Right. Okay. Other than that, so you still choose 3 cantrips, Mage Hand, and 2 others. Whenever you gain a rogue level, replace one of your cantrips except Mage Hand, which I think has always been a thing. Oh wait, no, because you've never been able to replace your cantrips. Never mind. You've never been able to replace your cantrips, but you do get an additional one at level 10. Yes, nice. Spell slots. To cast one of these spells, must expend. Sure, expend. Yep, okay. Prepare a list of spells to start. Choose 3 first level spells from the arcane, 2 of which must be from the enchantment and illusion schools of magic. Wait, what? Oh, after 3rd level. So your first 2 spells need to be enchantment and illusion. And then from that moment on, you can pick whatever the hell you want. Why? Wait, what's the point in that? What's the point of that? I'm sorry, I don't understand. Why would you care? Why? Sorry, I was quickly checking if multi-classing had something on Arcane Trick. Why would you just make your first 2 spells have to be enchantment and illusion and then just not give a fuck? I don't understand. Is that because you know that you can't replace them until you're level 7? Or at least not both? I don't understand. This seems completely pointless to me. This line seems completely pointless to me. I don't know why it's there. That just seems like it makes stuff harder for no fucking reason. You could say maybe it balances early levels, but it's like, doesn't. It's just, I don't know. Maybe. Does it have to? I'd like to know the reasoning behind that. And you can only change spells, replace, whenever you gain a level, you can replace one of the spells you know with another. Actually, no, you can have 2 spells replaced by level 5. Okay, whatever. Spellcasting ability intelligence, spellcasting focus, arcane focus, and then this is the list. Alright. 3, 4, 4, yeah. This kind of goes to half, I guess. But when you cast Mage Hand, you can make the Spectral Hand invisible, control the hand as a bonus action instead of an action, and through it you use these tools and make dexterity sleight of hand checks. Don't think that's changed in any way, shape, or form. You have the invisible condition. You cast a spell on a creature. It has disadvantage on any saving throw. Makes against the spell on the same tree. So you want to be a Gloomstalker. I guess. I don't know if hiding makes you invisible. I don't think so. So you kind of pretty much want to pick invisibility, I guess. Versatile Trickster. You gain the ability to distract targets with your mage hands. Disarm or trips options on your cunning strike. You can also target that option at a creature within 5 feet of the spectral hand. Oh. So pretty much you can shoot someone, but if your hand is 5 feet from another target, you can disarm or trip them. Okay, sure. Sure. I guess because it's like taking their weapon for the more like, I don't know, poking them in the foot and making them trip. Sure. Okay. Yeah. No. Sure. Spell Thief, gain the ability to magically steal the knowledge of how to cast a spell from another spellcaster. Immediately after a creature casts a spell that targets you or includes you in its area of effect, you can use your reaction to force the creature to make a spell saving throw with its spellcasting ability modifier. DC equals your spell save DC. Failed save, you negate the spell's effects against you and steal the knowledge of the spell. It's at least third level and of a level you can cast. Doesn't need to be arcane. For the next 8 hours, you know the spell and can cast it using spell slots. Creature can't cast that spell. I think that's pretty much the original idea, right? Yeah. Spell Thief's actually a kind of cool idea. Also because, like, Rogue is apparently meant to be, like, the class that can use everything. So, you know. They buffed Arcane Trickster. Why do I get the feeling that, like, Rogue got buffed a decent amount, but then, like, a class like Monk didn't really? I don't know, it feels weird. I think Assassin's probably also gonna get buffs because Assassin wasn't really that good of a subclass. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Assassin. Is an assassin trait. Oh, God. An assassin's training focuses on the grim art of death, using stealth, poison, and disguise to eliminate foes with deadly efficiency, while some rogues who follow this path are hired killers, spies, or bounty hunters. Capabilities of this subclass are equally useful for adventurers facing a variety of monstrous enemies. Assassin updates. Assassinate now gives you advantage on initiative rolls. Cool. The extra damage of the feature no longer requires a target to be surprised. That does not seem okay. I'm assuming you can't crit with it then. Infiltration expertise combines infiltration expertise and imposter from the 2014. Okay, sure. And Venom Weapons is a new 13th level because they combined 9 and 13. And Death Strike does no longer require the target to be surprised. Okay. So at level 3, bonus proficiencies, I think, already used to be a thing. Yeah. This guy's getting Poisoner's Kit, sure. Assassinates. Okay, so... Okay. So Assassinate. Initiative, you have advantage on initiative rolls, which got added. During the first round of each combat, you have advantage on attack rolls against a creature that hasn't taken a turn, so you still want to have a higher initiative. If your sneak attack hits any target during that round, the target takes extra damage of the weapon's type equal to your rogue level. So you don't get a crit anymore, which, to be fair, was the big thing of Assassinate. So it actually got nerfed, ironically. It becomes easier to trigger, because you're going to trigger it each combat. You're going to get more consistent damage rather than, like, front-loaded damage that's a lot more situational. But yeah. I mean, I don't have a problem with this. Like, critting or like surprise rounds were relatively difficult to get because not only did you have to be in a surprise round, you also technically had to have a higher initiative than they. So. Infiltration expertise. You're expert at posing as someone else to aid your infiltrations. While in disguise created using your disguise kit, advantage on any charisma deception check you make while pretending to be someone else. And you can mimic another person's speech, handwriting, or both if you spend at least an hour studying each one. No longer like the 25 gold pieces in 7 days for false identities and stuff. I guess they made like a very basic version of it. Yeah, okay, sure. I mean, this has role-playing potential. Sure. And use the poison option of your cunning strike. The target also takes 2d6 poison damage whenever it fails the saving throw. Sure. This damage ignores resistance to poison. Sure. Sure. Why the hell not? And Death Strike, when you hit a creature, when you hit with your sneak attack on the first round of combat, the target must succeed on a Constitution saving throw, DC 8 plus your Dex modifier plus proficiency, where the attack's damage is doubled against the target. Okay. What did Death Strike used to be? It used to be against the surprise target. Here it's against when you hit with your sneak attack on the first round of combat. This is so much more consistent. Holy crap. Could you imagine critting on this? God, level 20 assassin. Just like stroke of luck, Death Strike, 10d6 sneak attack. Like that's 20d6, which is... Wait, no, sorry. Yeah, no, it's 20d6, which is 7 times 10, which is 70 on average, which gets double to 140. Literally dealing a meteor swarming damage. That's slightly insane. Oh, wait, no, sorry. It's 20d6 if you crit, and then you double it again, so it's 280. Yeah. No, wait, is it? Wait, no, it isn't. Wait, it's 140. Right? No, it's 140. It's Because it's 10d6 base. If you crit, it becomes 20d6. And then if you double it, it becomes technically 40d6, which is 20 times 7 on average, which is 140. So 140 damage. So you Meteor Swarm someone for free. That's insane. Swashbuckler. Yay. Another Xanathars subclass. Are they actually going for 4 subclasses for each class? Is that what we're going with now? Okay, sure. Seems a little weird. Inquisitive, Masterminds, Scouts. God, they got 4 subclasses. Rogue's got 4 subclasses in Xanathars. Swashbucklers, I will say, is one of my personal favorites, rogue subclasses. As a swashbuckler, you focus on the art of the blade, bringing speed, elegance, and charm to your combat style. Topped off with an exquisite flourish of panache, you excel in single combat, and your methods make a duel look like a flamboyant performance. Alright, panache has been redesigned to apply its effects through Cunning Strike. Panache is their level 9, so Rakish Audacity and Fancy Footwork hasn't changed. Dashing Strike replaces Elegant Maneuver. Gives you additional Cunning Strike options. Master Duelist has been redesigned to allow you to make an additional attack, providing you meet the requirements. Okay, sure. So then Fancy Footwork shouldn't have changed. So if you make a melee attack against a creature during your turn, creature can't make opportunity attacks against you for the rest of that turn. And the Rakish Audacity. When you roll initiative, give yourself a bonus to roll equal to your charisma. And you also gain an additional way to use your sneak attack. Don't need advantage on the attack roll to your sneak attack against a creature if you are within 5 feet of it. No other creatures over than 5 feet of you, and you don't have disadvantage. So if you're mono a mono, you get sneak attack, which is easy as shit. Panache gives you 2 additional options. Goad. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw until the end of its next turn. The target has disadvantage on rolls against targets other than you and cannot make opportunity attacks. Awe. Each creature of your choice within 30 feet must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or have the charmed condition. That's pretty good. Panache. The original version was your charm becomes extraordinarily beguiling. As an action, you can make a charisma persuasion check contested by a creature of wisdom insight. Was be able to hear you. Both of you must share a language. If you succeed in the check and the target is hostile, it has disadvantage in attack rolls against targets other than you. And can't make opportunities. So pretty much goad. And if you succeed on the check and the creature isn't hostile, it is charmed by you, which is then awe. That's kind of cool. It's kind of cool way to replace it, actually. I like this. It's actually very cleanly done. 13th level. Dashing Strikes. So 2 Morway. Parrying Stance. Roll a d6. Until the start of your next turn, you get a bonus to your AC equal to the number rolled. Sure. Invigorate. Choose a creature you can see within 30 feet. Until the end of that creature's next turn, whenever it makes an attack roll or saving throw, roll a d6, add the number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw. Okay. Cool. You can boost other people if you want. That's pretty decent. Don't know if you're ever going to use this. Pretty sure you will probably use this. Yeah, but it just, and to be fair, it just used to be like you can use a bonus action to gain advantage on your next dexterity, acrobatics, or strength athletics check. So, yeah, sure. And then Master Duelists. Immediately after you use your sneak attack, you can make another attack against the same target, provided that you are within 5 feet of it and no other creatures are within 5 feet of you. So if you, the original was if you missed your attack roll, you could roll it again with advantage. You can only do that once. So here, pretty much, you just get like attack, and you can make an additional attack to deal a little bit more damage. Assuming that you have sneak attack. What do you think of this? It's pretty decent. Swashbuckler, yeah, no? I think Swashbuckler got better. Their level 3 is still the same, which to be fair is the bread and butter of their subclass. The 9 and 13 got interesting, and the 17 doesn't reward you for missing, which I think is better game design. I don't think you really ever want to miss, personally. I don't think that's good game design. Thief. Mix of burglar, treasure hunter, and explorer. You are the consummate adventurer. In addition to improving your agility and stealthiness, you gain abilities useful for delving into ruins and getting maximum benefit from the magic items you find. Right. So I'm assuming that's still going to be a thing. This is from the last playtest, though, right? Because Steve was there. So fast hand now lets you use an object lets you take the use an object action instead of the search, or a magic action to activate a magic item. Second story work lets you move along ceilings without an ability check, causes you to use your dex, not strength, for jumping. Supreme sneak. You can sacrifice a sneak attack die to remain hidden when you attack. I'm sorry, what? That's kind of insane. And Thieves' Reflexes has been restored. Okay, so you now have Sleight of Hand and use an object bonus actions, which in the original, in the player's handbook, used to be Sleight of Hand, Thieves' Tools, or Disarm a Tracker, to disarm a tracker, open a lock, or use an object. And then in expert classes, the UA, it was search or make a dexterity check for sleight of hands. Sure. I mean, I don't know if use an object is necessarily better than search. But you can use, like, does this mean you can technically use scrolls as a bonus action? Could you use the Ring of the Ram as a bonus action? Is that going to be a thing? Like, or there's a, could you use like Beads of Fireball as like a bonus action? Fuck, that'd be insane. I mean, to be fair, I've always, like, this has been a tried and proven point with us. Like, thief rogues are the ones that need to be original with their inventory. Like, that's how this works. So yeah. Climber, gain a climb speed equal to your speed. I think that's always been a thing. Yeah, climbing no longer costs you additional movement is what it was in the original player's handbook. On your turn, you can move on a ceiling without making an ability check, providing there's at least one hold. But you fall if you ended. Does that mean, like... Oh, does that mean you can, like, along the bottom of a ceiling? Oh! Oh shit, you can just climb along the bottom of a ceiling then, I guess. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like that. I think that's cool. Jumper, your jump distance is determined by your dexterity rather than your strength. That got added, I think. Oh no, wait, sorry. It used to be the distance you cover increases by a number of feet equal to your dexterity modifier, but it was only for a running jump. Whereas here, your jump distance is determined by your dex. Okay. And then Supreme Sneak. If you have the hide actions, invisible can do. Oh, so hide does make you invisible. Good to know. Because that does matter, I think, for assassin, I want to say. It matters for something. Something invisible. Oh, for magical ambush. So hiding makes you invisible. Good to know. This attack doesn't end that condition on you if you end the turn behind 3/4 cover or total cover. Okay. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Just because originally Supreme Sneak was if you don't move more than half your speed on the same turn, you have advantage on dexterity stealth checks. So it's pretty good. Use magic device. Yeah, pretty much. You've learned how to maximize use of magic items, granting you the following benefits. You can attune up to 4 magic items at once. Sure. Whenever you use a magic item property that expends charges, roll a d6. On a roll of 6, you use a property without expending the charges. Sure. Use any spell scroll using intelligence as your spellcasting ability for the spell. If the spell is a cantrip or first level spell, you can cast it reliably. If the scroll contains a higher level spell, it must succeed on an intelligence arcana check with a DC, yada yada yada. So you can use any spell scroll. Nice. And then Thieves' Reflexes. Because I do know that use magic device used to be you can ignore all class, race, and level requirements on the use of magic items. But I think they already changed use magic device back in yeah. Pretty much it's the same as it was in the previous UA. And you can now take a second bonus action on your turn, provided it's the bonus action. That's 14. Oh yeah, Thieves' Reflexes is back to its original, right? So they changed it in the previous UA to can now take a second bonus action on your turn, provided it is the bonus action from Cunning Action. You can only do this a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus. And now they went back to you can take 2 turns during the first round of combat. Your first at normal initiative, your second at initiative -10. Which I still think is an insane ability. Especially compared to the you have to like you can only do this a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, but you can only take fucking what's it? Cunning actions. Especially because I don't think oh no, okay, no. Search and sleight of hand were treated as additional cunning actions. Because here they're not, right? These are not actually treated as cunning actions, just so you know. So yeah. Okay. I think that gets us through the classes.